Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and of course, a bunch of other things. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't liked already. And if you're a new follower or a subscriber or whatever it may be, because we're live on multiple platforms tonight, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, and be sure to hit that notification bell so you never miss out when we have breaking news, when we go live, because sometimes we decide at the last moment to go live. I wasn't sure if I was going to go live tonight, but there was just so much Real Housewives of Atlanta news. And I know you look, I try to give you guys what you enjoy. And apparently it's the Atlanta stuff. And I have to say, look, there's been so much news from Atlanta. I'm like, why wasn't this happening during the season? But I also get it. We also were in the middle of a pandemic. Things were closed down. People were in their homes. And now all of this tea is just spilling. But based on the rumors, it seems as if Porsha and this situation has been going on allegedly since January. So we could have got a little something. But then again, I'm not sure exactly when they stopped filming. But and then again, Simon was technically still married to Fallon. But you may recall last night we spoke about Simon taking to his social media to call out liars and pretty much say that he's going to give $75,000 to anyone that can prove or bring receipts that he cheated. Let's just get into that for those that missed our live last night, which was tremendous. We gained so many new followers, so many new watchers. Shout out to you guys. If you're a new follower, we appreciate you. If you would like to be a moderator of our chat, let me know in the comments and we can see what we can work out. All right. Shout out to everyone that's already in the chat. I see you guys. Not paid by anyone. Lily, Shantae, Pretty's there. Rhonda, Nicole, Libra, DC, CW, Diana, you deserve a night off. Mrs. Swampna, shout out to you. Real Abiola, I always see your comments. Shout out to you, Nubian Queen. Appreciate everyone being here. Data's here. Data Forever. Is that a jab at LaToya Forever, Data? Data is a longtime supporter. Let's give people a moment to get into the chat before we get into all of this information. So I was just giving a little bit of a background on what happened last night in regards to Simon Guobadia. So if you've been under a rock, we've been reporting on this Porsha Williams and Simon Guobadia situation, affair, engagement, baby rumors. There's just so much happening in regards to this Porsha Williams story. We also reported that Porsha allegedly has a 3-part docu-series spinoff coming to Bravo. Well, now we're hearing that this was going to garner her $1 million. We talked about that a little bit last night. I told you, I don't believe it. I honestly don't believe it, especially if they're offering someone like Nene, who has proven to be very important to the franchise. If they were offering her a little bit over $1 million, maybe close to $2 million for 20-something episodes for a season, I can almost say 100% they did not offer Porsha $1 million. And I'm not saying that Porsha isn't entertaining. I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve it. But if we're looking at past history in regards to what we've heard that these housewives make, and rumor has it that Bravo is trying to cut back, I highly doubt, even with all of the drama that's happened recently, because we're also hearing allegedly they want to extend that 3 parts to 7 parts, and they want her to include all of the things going on in her relationship. I don't believe it. I don't believe that they're going to pay her $1 million for it. Because you may recall when Kandi had her speak on it, Kandi said that Bravo Black Lives Matter special that they did, they didn't even think of Porsha to be a part of it. It was Kandi who mentioned her name and said, you have to have her be a part of it. So look, I got to put the pieces together. I don't know for sure. No one knows for sure. I know, I think originally MediaTakeout.com was reporting that. And look, no offense to Media Takeout. Y'all been around a very long time. But that's not one of the places I go to get tea. Just saying. It's not. It's not. But people are reporting on it. So I wanted to let you guys know what people are saying, but what I believe. And this is what I believe. But as you know here, everything's alleged and it's only for entertainment purposes. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I see you guys. Hey, Liba. Hope I'm saying your name correctly. Bermuda's in the house. Hey, Tanya. Majid, I remember you from last night. I can't believe people have ignored all of the Hennessy hoe behavior for years and rewarded her. Oh my God. Didn't she give herself that name, Henny Ho? Was it her? Or am I just making that up? I'm probably making that up. But as I said to you before, we have a lot to talk about. 50 people are in the room. Like this video if you haven't liked it already. We'll be posting the call-in number because I know we have a lot of people that want to share their thoughts on a bunch of different topics. But I just wanted to jump in and just kind of refresh your memory on what we were talking about last night. So Simon Gobadia, Porsha Williams' fiance, who's still married to Fallon Gobadia. Fallon Gobadia and Simon Gobadia's marriage is still legal and it won't be probably finalized until the end of 2021. They have a Zoom divorce meeting coming up in November. They figured out the financials. There is a ironclad prenup, we hear, and allegedly she's only getting about 150,000 and like 2 foreign cars. I mean, we also have heard rumors that she has her own money and she does well for herself on her own. Happy belated birthday to Fallon. Let's look at this a little bit. So, oh, this is not what I wanted to talk about, but we can look at this. But you know what? Let me backtrack. We'll get to that. We'll get to that story. Let's talk about this. This was just refreshing your memory. Our boy, Simon Gobadia, posted this yesterday. It pretty much, he wants to dispel all the cheating rumors that he cheated on Fallon. He went on IG Live after they announced the divorce and said that she cheated on him. Okay. As you see, Jessica Cakes, aka Jessica Harris, has been doing all the media rounds. I know she's supposed to have an interview tonight with Tasha K. Honestly, I'm not that interested. I've seen a couple of interviews with Jessica Cakes. I'm just gonna call her Jessica Cakes because that's her Instagram name. And she hasn't said anything to me that's like, oh my God. Okay, they were talking. Maybe tonight she will confirm that she slept with Simon during this time. Do we honestly believe that this is a real relationship between Porsha and Simon of only a month? And they're already engaged. Simon confirmed that already. I mean, there's been so much speculation in regards to, is this relationship real? Does Simon just want clout, for TV, even though he already has all the money? Anyways, he's flaunting his money in this new IG post where he's saying that he wants people, if you're able to provide receipts, he's going to pay you. So this is what he said in the caption. Let's have some fun. This is spoken like someone that really has money. Goes on social media and says this: let's have some fun. If anyone can show credible receipts that I cheated on my ex-wife between June 14th, 2019, date of marriage, and January 15th, 2021, date of initial divorce filing. But see, this is what I call BS. And I'll get to the rest of this. Anyone knows, on Facebook, there was a post that he did, like a week later from this divorce filing, saying that they go through ups and downs, but he listed all the reasons why they are such a great match. So, and then he withdrew the divorce filing. You remember Layla Lynn dropped by our page this past week and confirmed some of these receipts. And this is why he was very specific. He was very specific. With that being said, let's continue. So he says, and January 15, 2021, date of initial divorce filing, very specific. I have 50,000 waiting for you. In the meantime, we have a timeline issues with someone claiming to have dated me at the same time as my fiance, Porsha. And i.e. walks in Jessica Cakes, who says she met, the last time she saw him, she met him on March 30th. According to him, it says March 31st. I don't know. So he says, in the meantime, we have a timeline issues with someone claiming to have dated me at the same time as my fiance, Porsha. I have an extra $25,000 for any receipts showing that this actually happened. Let's get some facts. By the way, I keep very meticulous receipts of my life. Really? Very interesting. Very interesting. This is what you guys are saying in the chat. Shout out St. Jay's in the building. Dear Dana, my girl. Sandra says, let me just post this up. Camp, I will contact. I'm usually under my alias Robin Berry, but hiding no more. I have so much free time. I would pay you to be a mod. I used to do it privately for Sherelle's World Fair. Oh, Sandra. Well, if you want to be a mod, I will make you a mod. If you want to support the channel, we appreciate all of the mods that we have here. Let me know in the comment section if you would like to be a mod of the channel, because I know there's a lot of you that are here all the time, and we appreciate your support and help, because sometimes we got the trolls coming in, especially as our channel continues to grow. This week we hit over 8,000 subscribers on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel alone. The Kempire Radio YouTube channel, one of our original YouTube channels, where we have our interviews from past guests. Because like I said, some people think I'm a Johnny come lately. I've been doing this for over 12 years, interviewing some of your favorite artists, including Brandy, Brian McKnight, Danny Lee Kane, Oprah Winfrey, multiple artists, including our girl Coco from SWV. I've interviewed her a couple times, and okay. Be sure to check that out. We're also live on the Kempire Radio YouTube channel right now as well. But the Kempire Daily YouTube channel is where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV. We're covering it all, including the royal family. A lot of stuff is coming out. But speaking of the royal family, I have a weekly collab that I do with Femme Tarot over on her YouTube channel. And we did Prince William and Prince Harry's relationship. A lot of stunning things came out in that reading. And of course, we did some of your favorite housewives from Atlanta. I did a group reading on my channel. Be sure to check that out. Mods, if you can post a link to that in the chat, that would be fantastic. Also, we did Kenya Moore on Femme Tarot's YouTube channel. And guess what? You're going to get 15% off a reading with Femme Tarot. She is the real deal, y'all. And I get nothing from this 15% off. I just had to get a discount for you guys because I'm always looking out for my people. I love a tarot reading. If you're trying to look for clarity, if you're trying to understand what you're supposed to be doing next, if you're trying to figure out a love situation, Femme Tarot is your girl. She's been on point. The Nene prediction she made, the Kenya prediction she made, look, she's been on point. And I think we're going to have to do a deeper dive into Porsha. So stay tuned for that. But again, for more information on Femme Tarot, head on over to femtarot.com. Again, mention the Kempire, and you will get 15% off this month alone. This month alone. Thank you to Dear Dana. Everyone, support Dear Dana. Every once in a while, I drop by Dear Dana's page to talk about a variety of topics, and I love the conversation and the community that she is building as well. Thank you so much for the support. What else did I want to say? We got 70 people in the chat. Be sure to like this video if you haven't already. We're talking Real Housewives of Atlanta. There's so much news. So much news. So we just talked about Simon Gobadia and the reward, I guess, he's giving out for receipts on his cheatation situation. Okay, let me take a sip. I've been talking a lot. Oh, yeah, I remember what I was talking about. Thank you guys we're over 8,000 subscribers. We're almost at 4,000 subscribers on the Kempire Radio YouTube. That's where we post some of our podcast interviews. Speaking of the podcast, we have a new podcast episode out right now. Comes out every week, so be sure to subscribe. It's called Kempire Radio. And that's where I can kind of talk a little bit more greasy and a little bit more open with you guys, as opposed to TikTok Live or TikTok or YouTube. There's a lot of guidelines. Not to say that podcasts don't have guidelines, but you can talk a little more freer about these topics. So this week's episode is called, guess what? Mrs. Thoughtlandia. So we had to talk about not just hot topics, but the biggest hot topic of the week. Porsha. The princess of, The princess of Thoughtland, and from Thoughtlandia. Lord have mercy. What a mess. What a mess. Oh, goodness. Majid says, do y'all think Shamila Shady is closer to Porsha or Candy? Definitely Porsha. I don't see that. Thank you, Leslie, so much for the super chat. Leslie says, it's Friday, guys. It's the weekend. Love you, Kempire, and the entire panel. We watch you here in Paris. Leslie, I love that. Paris was my last trip before the pandemic truly hit and everything was on the lockdown. I was supposed to go back last May. I can't wait to go back. I have friends there and I want to see them again, but I think I know where I'm going in the fall. It will definitely be Europe, just not Paris again just yet. I will definitely be making it back to Paris. I loved Paris. Anyways, let's get into this. So speaking of Simon Gobadia, how in the hell, let's, goodness. Where's my Sheree picture? I would have posted up Sheree. I don't have a Sheree picture, do I? Hold on, y'all. I thought I had my Sheree picture, but look, I guess we'll just show this picture because Sheree is up in the mix. I had no idea that Sheree knew Simon Gobadia. The Bone Collector knows Simon. And if you can't see, I'm going to put the mouse. Oh, this is Sheree in red. They are heading over to East Africa with Akon. And you know, Akon does a lot of amazing things in Africa. She's good friends, I hear, with Akon's wife. So that's how Sheree's in the mix. But as you see, this is Simon Gobadia's page. He posted, honored to travel for a good cause with Akon. And he also added Sheree Whitfield. I mean, he could have added everybody that's in that picture, but he just added Akon. I believe that's Akon's wife and Sheree Whitfield. I guess the most notables. But I went and said to myself, how is Sheree mixed up in this whole situation? But I'm glad she's mixed up in the situation because this is adding to my fire and my fuel that I need Sheree to come back because, okay, if Sheree comes back, Porsha comes back with her new relationship, they bring on Fallon, even though I'm not a big advocate for Fallon to join the show. But if all these people are going to be on, I'm here for it. And you know Sheree's going to bring the info because they're going to tell her stuff. Do we want Akon's wife on the show now too? Is Akon's wife and Akon based in Atlanta? I know they travel back and forth. Are they based in Atlanta? Chat, let me know if you know this information. Shout out to everyone in chat. I'm just trying to see. Let me know. She's friends with Akon's wife. I want to know, are they based in Atlanta? Because if they're based in Atlanta, I wouldn't mind Akon's wife on the show. You know she's traveling in style. She's traveling in style. But yeah, so she's on, and Sheree went on her page. Let's go to Sheree's page. We might as well. Right here. Why not? So they're already in East Africa. This is Sheree. She posted, first time traveling to Eastern Africa and can't think of anyone else better to do it with. So, of course, she's traveling with Akon. Akon looks good. Locked up, let me out. All right. And Akon's wife, I'm assuming. Look, the more pictures there in East Africa. Beautiful. Look at the beautiful women. Can we just get Sheree back, please? Can we get Sheree back? I'm ready. I know Sheree is not the biggest character on the show, but I've always loved her interaction with the other ladies because her interaction, you never can predict if Sheree is going to be getting along with everyone. Just when you think she's getting along with someone and all of a sudden it goes left. So that's why I kind of like the mix of Sheree. And now that her prison boo is out of jail, I want to see that unfold. I actually was surprised they didn't bring Sheree back, but I think Sheree may have been asking for more money and that's probably why they didn't ask her back. I don't doubt that Sheree received a contract and she was like, no, I want more money. I can see that. Sheree has a lifestyle that she wants to upkeep. Remember when we met Sheree? She had a personal shopper. They were bringing her shoes. Like she's what we loved about Housewives at the time. She was a housewife that was married at the time. She had just divorced that other one, the big ogre. She has some beautiful kids despite being with that big ogre. But yeah, I digress. And Chateau Sheree took forever and a day to build, but it was funny to us. We still make jokes about it. But there's a connection now between Simon Gobadia and Sheree. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to see this happen. I'm ready to see this unfold on the show. I'll be posting the call-in link because I know you guys have thoughts on this. For the 120-something people that are in the room, like this video if you haven't liked it already. It's very easy. Hit like. If you're not subscribed, why not? We're giving you daily, consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, and reality TV, as you can see. So we were talking about this story. Sheree, she's going to East Africa. I'm sure it's sort of like, because Akon is doing so many amazing things in Africa. I'm sure it's for some sort of amazing project for building up. I know he was doing electricity. He was doing his own sort of currency. Akon is a whole other story. Yes, Shantae. Shantae said, we want Sheree. I feel like we're the only ones, Shantae. Why does it feel like we're the only ones? We have a lot more to talk about, but I'm going to post the link so you guys can call in because we have to talk about Bravo editing Kenya out. Whew. And Nene's responding to the backlash in regards to what she got. You know, Nene, when Porsha announced that she's in a relationship with Simon Gobadia, she just hit, you know, she did like most of us do. You know, you sort of like aimlessly scrolling and liking and commenting sometimes. Well, that's what she says. And she had pretty much said, you know, blah, 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 hashtag love wins. Now she's saying that she thought that Porsha was referring to Dennis. She was a little confused, but I'm going to play the video so you guys can see what our girl Nene said. And I have to say, it was nice hearing from Nene. Nene's been off of social media for a while. She just came back. And it was nice to see Nene. And it was nice to see this type of Nene. But I digress. I'll play the video and you guys can decipher what you think already. Let's do this.
I'm just over here playing with y'all. I ain't hear no nothing today.
I know that's right. Before we end, I want to ask you quickly before we talk about your lounge. I just want to ask you.
I am an open book, truly.
Okay. So I wanted to ask you. Everybody wants to know. I want to ask you about Porsha, your little sister. Yeah. You know, you at first there was some controversy that you liked it and you were cheering for love, and then when you found out, then you kind of pulled it off. And people, what was really going on there? Because I know you love her like a sister.
Yeah. Well, I can say Porsha lives around the corner from me. So, like many of you, I was in the Bahamas on Mother's Day. I was traveling, and I looked in social media. So I haven't really been on social media that much, but I rolled down social media, look, and I saw Dennis and this man, right? In her pictures. I never really paid much attention. I just saw Dennis and a guy, right? So when she said she found love like a day later, I thought she was found in love with Dennis. I never really paid the man that much attention in the picture, right? Yeah. I don't know Simon personally, okay? I know Simon had a club. I may have met Simon once because he has a nightclub here in Atlanta, but I personally do not know him. And would have never, you know who I really thought he was? I thought he was Diane's boyfriend. Porsha's mama. In the picture when I saw
Miss Diane. You thought that was Miss Diane's
boyfriend, right? When I was just scrolling through the pictures really quickly, and that's why I said reading is fundamental. Now listen, understand this. Because Porsha is dating somebody that was somebody on the show, first let me go back and tell you this. Let me tell you how reality TV happens. She said something in her thing when I went back and read about they're not friends. Believe that they probably are not friends. Okay? They probably aren't friends. They probably never were friends. And that is probably the truth. Now I'm going to just have to second that because on the show, everything appears to be something that is truly not. Everybody that came on the show came through me just about. Cynthia came through me. Yvonne came through me. Tanya came through me. Porsha came through me. I knew none of them when they stepped their foot on this show. But that's how they presented it to the world, right? Now, we did become friends, some of us, on and off the show, but I never seen them a day in my life, okay? So I can believe that they probably were never friends, ever. What happened on that show, I don't know because I wasn't there. I did not follow the show. I do not know, okay? So what I went back and said was reading is fundamental. I actually thought she found love with Dennis or somebody. I wasn't paying that man no attention. I thought it was Dennis Diane. I didn't know. I had no idea. I never read anything. Like many of us, we don't read. We just, pushing and just looking and pushing the like.
That's real.
Congratulations. And then I got so many people. I got so many notifications. Like people were talking to me, and I went to see, and they were like, "How you gonna do this? How you gonna?" Yeah. And I thought to myself, I can still support Porsha. You understand? I didn't have to fall out with Porsha because she's done whatever it is that she's done. As a friend, you can always tell a friend when they're wrong. You know what I mean? True. I have not had a conversation with Porsha personally to say you're right or you're wrong or how can I support you. I've not had that kind of conversation with her. I'm certainly not going to fall out with her because she is dating somebody. It's not my place. I'm not that kind of friend to say, hey, I'm not going to ever speak to you again because you're dating somebody. You know, I think as a real friend, as a big sister, I think that you can say, you know, you kind of tell them like you would, like your mom would tell you, you know, do you know what you're doing here? Do you know the consequences here? You know, you kind of talk to them. Would you want somebody to do this to you? Just give the consequences. That's all you can do because at the end of the day, Portia's 40 years old. You know, we're not talking to a baby.
That part.
You know,
that part.
You know, I think people think that she's a kid. She's a grown woman.
Because often people keep saying, well, she's young. But she is 40 years old. She's a grown woman. And I love that you can separate the two. And that's what real friendship is, sincerely. You can say, you know what, I may not agree with this, but I'm not going to stop being your friend. This is just something that I may or may not agree with. And I think that's huge. That's what women do.
It's real. You know, why would you stop being friends with them? I mean, you may look at them side eye. You may not want them around your dude.
Come on,
you know, we talked about separating friends. So when your dude is around, you may not have them around. You know, I mean, you know, when you're dating your next new guy or your husband, so now you may,
invite them to the pool.
Right. You know, you may not invite them to the pool party. When it's double date night, you know, I have many double date nights with couples, and I have my single girl here because she doesn't have a guy. So if we're doing that, then maybe she ain't gonna be over. You know, you just may not, you know, I mean, you just, now you know. So there are boundaries.
Right.
Right.
Like you said, when you know, it's good to know. Just like your aunt said, it's good to know. I love that.
We're working with.
Yeah.
So now we know. Yeah. Girl, you ain't invited to all the parties now. So, you know, some of these girls, you know, some of these girls will be looking at you crazy like she's coming over here. They'll be scared. You know, one thing I've never been though. I probably should have been though. And that's one thing I've never been afraid to bring women to my house around my husband. And I hear many women say, I don't bring women around my husband. Yeah. I've never been that girl though. I had plenty of women in my house and my husband's here. Yeah. I probably should have been that way, but I never was. And I've been dating him since I was 28 years old. Yeah. I probably should have been that way. I just always felt like if my husband wanted to talk to a girl that was in my house, he was really crossing the line. You know, it just really is crossing the line. It's just that's like that. And I always feel like, you know, he must really don't like me. You know, to talk to one of my friends, right?
I agree.
He must really not like me.
I agree.
And so I definitely have questioned Greg before, like, he must really not like me, or I'm not gonna like his ass. You know.
Are you serious? That's real. That's
you don't like me.
That's real. And we're getting ready to end with Nene. I know y'all we have to bring Nene back for sure because I don't want to
really ask me anything. I don't really care. But
we're running out of time. And I wanted to ask about your
they do cut off, don't they?
Yeah. So I wanted to ask about So I wanted to ask quickly about Ladies of Success and the Lenithia Lounge. So quickly, can you tell me about both of them? Because they're
okay. So let me tell you about. So you guys, please go follow the Lenithia Lounge. The Lenithia Lounge actually has opened. It just opened today. So today, is the soft opening. So we really didn't announce it because we wanted the soft opening to be just that. We don't want our waiters and waitresses to get bombarded because they're new. Our grand opening is Memorial Day weekend. So it starts on the 27th, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're known to have a huge party brunch on Sunday. So Sunday is our big day. We're all section night lounge. So our sections are selling out really fast. So I was reluctant to say anything about it so quickly because people are calling us left and right for the spaces. I posted about book now for your events. Everybody's calling and booking for their parties. I had one friend to call to book a.
So I'll stop it right there. I wanted to definitely leave in, look, I got to help Nene promote as well. Along she's having conversations about everything else that we want to talk about, I wanted to at least help promote the Lenithia Lounge, which is currently open, but the big grand opening will be Memorial Day weekend, as she said. If you want to see the full video, head on over to Sheen Magazine on Instagram. You can see the full video there. We'll be posting a link in the video, in the description of this video. We also posted this clip on our Kempire Daily YouTube channel as well, and you can get the full link to the Sheen Magazine interview. I have to say, and I saw a lot of you saying it in the chat, this is the Nene that we know and love. She's not throwing anyone on the bus. She's being chill. She's being funny at the same time. I loved this Nene, and maybe the time away that she took for the last couple of months really did do her some good. The Femme Tarot reading that she did, she said that she does see Nene returning to TV, but not to Bravo. If you want to see that full video, head on over to Femme Tarot's YouTube channel. And I can definitely see Nene doing TV again. No matter what you want to say about Nene, she definitely was so critically important to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I don't think that it will end with Nene. I think they can find other people that are equally as entertaining and as funny. They just have to be willing to take those risks on people. So far, I don't know what Bravo is doing. I think they're taking that model from like what record companies are doing, where someone already has an audience, so let's put them on the show, i.e. LaToya. Let's talk about LaToya. And I'll be dropping the call-in link shortly. I just wanted to get through all this tea, so when you guys call in, you can share your thoughts. All right, so LaToya Forever. There have been mixed reactions of LaToya's season on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Look, originally she was supposed to be a full-time housewife. She was still married at the time, but then she ended up divorcing Adam Ali. If you've been following my channel, you know we've covered the whole Adam Ali and LaToya Forever drama that has been happening on social media. And part of the reason why she was not able to get her full peach was because Adam refused to have the children on the show. Everyone has a different feeling about children being on reality TV. And as you know, if you're going to be a full-time housewife, they want to see your life. You don't necessarily have to be married, but they want to see your life. And we've seen it. Sutton in The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Part of the reason why she didn't become a full-time housewife was because she wasn't really able to share her family. There was also that issue with her, I think her ex-husband at the time. So she had a very similar situation. But now we're hearing, because there were mixed reports. I remember hearing just a few weeks ago, LaToya is not going to be asked back. And then we heard afterwards, well, LaToya will be asked back. She might get a peach. And I think that partially was because LaToya was trying to stir up a storyline by getting with this new guy, Vaughn, and possibly having her children on the show. I don't think the situation that transpired between her and Adam on social media helped the situation. If anything, she could have made this a little bit more amicable. I just don't think LaToya knows how to do that. So it is what it is. Queen says LaToya brought it. Some people really, really feel that way. I was open to LaToya in the very beginning. I was like, this is what we need. We need people to bring it. Just a reminder, we have Adam was being petty. He was being a little petty. Like, I don't think either one of them were innocent in that particular situation. We have almost 300 people in the room. Like this video if you haven't liked the video already. If you're not subscribed, why not? You're getting daily, consistent hot topics. We even give you hot topics in under a minute. Because I know you're tired. Sometimes you see other people creating these sort of hot topics and they make long videos. And you're like, can you just tell me what it is? I don't need you drawing this out. That's why we do the lives, so we can talk with you. We can give you a little bit more backstory. So TikTok knows. My TikTok fam has been following me for quite some time. And shout out to my TikTok fam. We are over 120,000 followers now. Woo! Daily and consistent content on there. If you're on TikTok, follow me. Everything is at TheKempire. I'm at TheKempire on IG, at TheKempire on Twitter. I love connecting with all of you guys. Yes, Lonnie. Lonnie says, I love your Cliff Notes recap. We should really call it that, Cliff Notes. Remember Cliff Notes? Do they still make Cliff Notes? Do kids need Cliff Notes anymore? Who knows? Amani says, those bandies are all over her YouTube. So what's the issue? You see, the issue is Adam. Adam can easily say, nope, You can't put him on TV because he knows that's going to hurt her situation. If you're just joining us, we're talking about some Real Housewives of Atlanta tea. There's a lot of information that came out. We just talked about Sheree going to East Africa with Simon Gobadia. Okay. We just played a little clip of Nene talking about the Porsha situation. You guys do notice in that Porsha clip where Nene talks about it. First of all, Nene's energy was fantastic in that Porsha clip, but I love that she was real about it. She was like, "Well, I might not invite her around my husband or my friends' husbands." That's real. That's real. And Nene also said, y'all were in the chat. Y'all were so shady to Nene. She's like, "Who wants Greg?" She's talking about when they were 28. Maybe maybe Greg was popping back then. Look, maybe he was. I don't know. All right. Okay. Should I get into this Kenya tea or should I drop the call-in link? Let me know in the chat. I know you guys are itching to call in and share your thoughts. It's Friday night. I'm your boy, TheKempire. TheKempire Live. Look, Kempire. Oh wait, TheKempire Live. Not paid by anyone. Says Greg is an amazing, supportive husband. Nene, you know what Nene would say to that? And I'm a supportive wife. I can just hear Nene's. I can hear Nene. We want Kenya tea. All right. So for those of you that didn't know, I had my celebrity journalist hat on today because I heard allegedly that Bravo had edited out Kenya. And I'm not going to show the picture anymore because the fact that Bravo edited the scene out, I think it's respectful to the Native American people and indigenous people not to re-show the photo, the offensive photo. It's considered offensive. So I don't want to re-show it. You guys seen the episode. I remember the episode. Well, apparently this episode has been heavily edited. And I can't show the because I don't want a copyright strike for showing Bravo, stuff here. But they edited it out, but they edited it out so weirdly. Because Kenya's still a part of the episode. You still hear her voice when they're in the kitchen in Fallon's kitchen. You still hear her voice. And then when she has the conversation with LaToya outside, you see LaToya. And then anytime those camera angles where they had it on Kenya, you see Kenya's hand at one point, but you don't see Kenya. You just hear Kenya. And they're segueing on, because Fallon's house was decorated for Halloween. So all outside was decorated. So the gargoyles, they'll go to different Halloween decorations. And it's like, this is so strange. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, this is just strange. That whole scene is just so weird. And you remember, Kenya is an important part of the show. So you're seeing her throughout this episode. You see her in other parts of the episode, but not her at this Halloween party. You hear her voice. It's just so awkward. At one point, they're looking at the sky. I'm like, if you would like to see some of the footage and you don't want to have to go back to the episode, go to my TikTok page, TheKempire. You can see it there just to see the edit, the way that they did it. I just thought it was weird. And I want to hear from you guys what you thought about it. Now people are asking, are they going to edit out other shows that had offensive things? And they have, even before Kenya. I know there were some episodes of Southern Charm that, like entire episodes, that they pulled. So, but then people are asking about, what about Luann dressing up in blackface, allegedly, as Dinah Ross? I don't know. All right, let me drop the call-in link so you guys can call it and weigh in. That is all of the tea that I have. Well, no, there's probably more. But we've been live 40 minutes. I'm dropping the call-in information. When you call in, just a heads up to all the callers. Be sure to mute your mic if we have multiple people on. Please make sure that your mic is not scratching. Just test it out as much as you can. Please test it out. Please make sure it's loud and clear. And the only reason why I'm saying that, it's not just for me. It's for the people watching these videos afterwards. And shout out to the people watching these videos afterwards and commenting. Let us know if you have a different opinion on what I'm saying, what the panel is saying, and let me know your own thoughts and any tea. Y'all been dropping in my DMs with all this kind of tea. I appreciate it. Shout out to everyone that's been dropping in my DMs and sharing their thoughts on on some of the hot topics that we've been talking about. Let me bring up some folks. What's going on? St. J, what's going on?
I got the seat next to Kempire. What? Hi.
You're hilarious. You're hilarious.
Hi,
St. J, how are you? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I see you're drinking your water.
I don't drink. I'm telling you, I think I was like a lush in a past life.
It's okay. I'll be drinking it after the both of us shortly.
As you should. Aren't you in college? This is what you should be doing.
I mean, but that's like the drinking, like the blackout drinking, that's more undergrad. I'm like post-grad, so.
Sure. Like you gotta be a grown.
Sheree's friends with Akon's wife. I love that. Sheree's in the mix with everyone though, and I love that. Now that I love, because I want Sheree back, and I want her back bad.
Do you want Akon's wife to come too?
Okay, because they're rich.
Yeah.
Apparently Akon's like rich, like loaded, and I would like to see that. I want to see rich. Like I want to see rich again, not like upper middle class. Like I want to see obnoxious wealth.
Oh. And they have it, but you know what it is? The bad part of that is the people that have real money don't want to be on these types of shows.
Absolutely. I know I can think of multiple instances of that in Potomac. Like, for example, and I know that
Your mom
said, yeah. And then I know also for Atlanta, Candy said, she's like, yeah, my real friends like don't want to do the show. Like, or they already have a show.
Oh, damn.
So Toya grew on me. Like the first freaking 14 episodes, I was like, Toya, you're doing a lot. 14? Like, yeah, you're doing a lot. Like, ooh, she trended every episode though. So the people were commenting about Toya and Toya's antics, but it was just a little much. Like, but then she stopped drinking and she evened herself out.
She stopped drinking? One episode.
In New Orleans. She stopped drinking in New Orleans.
One episode.
No, she stopped drinking. She wasn't drinking after that.
She was drunk. Okay. I don't think people realize this. She allegedly was drunk when she came to that Friendsmas party, because that's why she was sort of like moving around the way that she was, and that's why Kenya yanked her to get into the car. She was drunk, allegedly.
Toya says she wasn't drinking the rest of the season.
Whatever. Y'all don't really believe Toya. She also said she didn't sleep with the prophet.
Okay, well, I don't think she slept with the prophet. I think the prophet wanted her to sleep with the prophet.
She slept with the prophet. Look, I'm not here to defend Drew. I do believe she slept with the prophet, though. I think Drew just didn't have the right receipts.
I agree, because I will say that Toya did it at a part go, well, what difference does it make if I did or if I didn't?
True.
And that to me told me, okay, girl, so you did it. Okay. I think, like, I get it. So in Toya's situation, I get the Adam stopping the kids from appearing. I get that because they co-parent. Like, that's how they both make it seem. Mm-hmm. I think when it's someone like Kenya, it's weird. But like with Toya, I can understand why the other parent's like, okay, well, I don't want this. But then it would be one thing, for example, Sutton. She genuinely didn't post her kids that whole season.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know what Brooklyn looks like. One of Toya's kids has a YouTube channel. Like, they're an Instagram account. I'm like, they're trying to be public, have the kids be public figures. So
yes, both of them.
Yeah, so I'm like, you guys are profiting off the kids, but it's just petty. It's very petty.
Let me bring up
because
I want to ask you guys about Kenya being edited out. Let me bring up our girl Miriam. Hey Miriam, you look annoyed.
Give me the talking stick first. Give me the talking stick first. Oh my gosh!
I've been doing a lot of soul searching.
Oh, we'll ask about that in a second.
Yeah, please do.
Don't say anything just yet. Shantae's in the building. Everyone always asks about why is Shantae upside down.
Cause I can, damn it.
Upside down.
I just understood why people would wonder about.
Inside out, round and round.
It would be funny if you were upside down and it was actual video. Then I'd be like, why is she upside down?
I am quirky like that. That might be a thing.
Oh, that might make me busy.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to start with Miriam, and then I'll go to you, Shantae. Miriam, let's start with the first story. Sheree flying to East Africa with Simon Gobadia.
I think it's like our connections in ATL. They say that the circle is very tight and small. Everybody knows everybody. So it's hard to keep a secret. And that would be the segue for all the other topics of the night.
Oh, okay. Let's move into that. You saw the Nene video? Nene was talking about the comment that she left on Portia's, big announcement about her relationship with Simon Gobadia. What were your thoughts on Nene in that video and what she said?
First, Nene, she seems like, oh my God, this is the Nene that we all love. She wasn't being pretentious. She was being very making sense and still funny. I don't think Porsha will appreciate her honesty, although what Nene said was like, yeah, I'm not going to drop her because of her choices, but I'm going to think twice before bringing her home.
That part you might not like.
Yeah, that part she won't like. But Nene talking, then I'm like, I feel like we were all so much riled up by the breaking news by the minute. So, and then I saw Sheree in Africa with Simon. I'm like, damn, it's obvious that more people than Porsha and Bravo knew about her and Simon. And they tried to go ahead of the story coming out. Like we said, we have this girl. They're not white girl. They're not that white girl. I think like
Wait, do you mean this white woman?
No.
Or this white woman?
This white woman. This.
Oh.
Yeah. The Barbie.
I had
Barbie.
to. Like
a Barbie though. I know you're dying to do that. But what Nene made me think really is like, I feel like we all, when we talked about girl code, we were focusing on Porsha and Fallon. Yes. Honestly, we shouldn't be focusing there. Maybe there's a code that was broken because with Fallon a little bit, because they are co-workers, and Simon is really like close with, at least they really hang around with each other, him and Simon. So there's a bigger code broken there. But going back to, I will assume, and I'm going to shock people here, just get ready. I'm going to pretend and agree that Kenya broke the girl code when she was doing the bolo court. I'm going to agree with that. And as per Porsha, they were never friends. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I mean, they were friends. They were friends for that moment when they were pregnant.
Yeah. So they're not really friends. Anyhow, so, and everybody was attacking Kenya that she broke the girl code. So this is where the double standard that irritates me. So, okay, Kenya broke the girl code there. She broke it. She smashed it. But how is it that is breaking the girl code? But then Porsha, knowing or introducing or being the link or the bridge to bring Fallon in, and knowing that Simon and Dennis, they do business together. How is it that, I don't know what to name that code, but how is it that she didn't break that code? I would think that what Porsha did is like is more grave in nature, because there is her baby daddy involved. And just a minute ago, we all thought that I really thought that Porsha was still in love with Dennis. That dinner, I was like, I saw Porsha, she is in love with Dennis. She is. But then again, not so much. And yesterday on Watch What Happens Live, Andy said something very, very telling. you know, when they have the virtual audience ask the guests, that girl, she asked Andy. She didn't ask the audience. She goes, "What do you think of the Porsche situation?" He goes, "Oh, you're asking me?" And she goes, "Yeah." And then he goes, "Oh, well, I want to know more, and stay tuned."
Which hence the rumors of her getting a 3-part series.
Yeah,
I will look at
commercial.
that. Let me just ask Shantae's thoughts on the Sheree situation and Nene Leakes video.
We want Sheree. I definitely want to see Sheree back, but yeah, I think she's friends with maybe Akon's wife. I don't know if she's that friendly with Akon, but it would be good to see Akon's wife on the show too. Because it's
Right.
like Jay said, we want to see money. You know, we want to see somebody that's got it, that doesn't need Bravo's little check, as somebody said. But
Oh damn. Okay, Monique.
right. But as far as the Nene situation, I mean, she's being as diplomatic as she can be right now. Even though she says Porsha lives around the corner from her. So I'm assuming she doesn't talk to Porsha as much as we might think.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't believe they talk like that.
Right. Even though she says Portia's like a little sister to her. And I'm like, well, how? Y'all obviously aren't that close. You know, if you didn't know who Simon was, and you don't hang out with her. So she's probably was about as in the dark as we were. So
Without a doubt.
Yeah, so she was just being diplomatic, as you know, because we know if Nene's got an opinion about something, she's going to let it be known. She's going to be real nasty. Because trust me, if that were Kenya, we would have seen a different Nene in that video.
You know, I just had a really great idea. You know what Nene should have done after not returning back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta? She should have did her own sort of, and I know she has her YouTube channel, but she should have did like her own sort of speak on it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to pay me. I'm going to make money in another way, and I'm still going to profit off of people who want me on the show.
Like recap the episodes, maybe?
Yeah, like what Danielle Staub is doing.
Right.
That's
or like
what I was thinking.
Or how Alex from New York Housewives used to do.
Yes.
But she wasn't that interesting. I don't think people really watched. So.
But you know what? I think Nene would, instead of being hateful like Danielle is on when she does hers, I think Nene would be just naturally funny and kind of give us some sort of insight. Now she's saying, now I know she was in her feelings, but Nene, if you're seeing this video, here's an idea on a platter. So she does it. You know where she got it from. Just saying. Guys, stay on the line. I just want to take some phone callers, and we're going to get into this whole Bravo editing Kenya from that Halloween scene out. All right, so stay on the line. I'm just want to take some phone callers. Let's see. My girl Florence, what's going on?
Hey, hi Kempire. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm good. Congratulations on your 8K. Yes.
Thank you. And thank you for being one of our supporters. Florence, you're the perfect person to ask about this. The whole Akon, his wife, and Sheree going to East Africa. What are your thoughts on this?
I don't have that much great thoughts. I just feel like, from my own perspective, I feel like maybe they're trying to bring Akon's wife to the show, you know, by linking her up with Sheree, since she's friends with Sheree. Because I knew Simon Gobadia was going to be there because of the new president of, you know, they just elected in Uganda. And I think Akon is great. I mean, his wife and what all the projects that Akon is doing in Africa, he's awesome. You know, kudos to him. And also, but I don't, you know, but then again, I'm like, Akon have other wives in Senegal, so I don't know. Yeah, he has like 4 other wives. You know, before he become the Akon, he was married, and I don't know, because Senegalese people are very, very, very traditional people. Like, so I don't know if that's something, you know, we think it's caliber to show his life. I don't know, but if he does, you know, why, fantastic, you know, because we want to see money. We want to see that flourishing lifestyle. I want to see Sheree back, you know, especially with her prison baby out. You know, I want to see how that gonna play out on the Real Housewives of, you know, of Atlanta. I love Sheree. She's always a good TV. Yeah.
I agree. I was surprised that Sheree didn't come back, but it's good to know that you want her to come back. What I'm sure there was a hot topic that you wanted to talk about in regards to what we just covered. What did you want to share?
Yeah. Well, I was going to touch base on what we talked about yesterday. I didn't get the chance to go in again about people on comments or buying Simon. This what Simon doing, it's not new, especially
Florence, you're breaking up a little bit. Florence, you're breaking up. You're breaking
like
Florence. You're breaking up a little bit. I'll bring you back up. Just call back in because for some reason you're breaking up. All right, I'm gonna take some other callers. Florence, call back in. I for some reason it was starting to break up when you were getting into what you were about to talk about. I was like, what? All right. Let me. Okay. CW, how are you? CW. Okay. Obi, what's going on?
Hey. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, everything is going great.
What are your thoughts on these hot topics? What did you want to sound off on?
I don't even know where to start.
Oh, okay. Thoughts on
Okay.
Nene situation? She decided to weigh in on her comment on Porsha's situation.
Yeah. I actually watched that interview. I liked what Nene said, and I agree with a lot of things she said. I actually like that Nene better than the last few Nenes I was seeing before she left the show. But Nene is definitely great TV, and I think she added a lot to the show that some people don't even realize, because like a lot of her antics and a lot of her moves, I felt like she was the one that actually made the show and was actually carrying the show along.
Yeah.
And I think the ratings dropped because of her. I actually believe what she said about, like like when a cast member introduces another, like a new person coming on the show, they're usually not friends, because I've heard like a lot of castmates have actually said something according to that. So I think she's right in that sense. I don't think she's as close to anybody else right now as she is to as Porsha. But although I don't think she's as close to as Porsha like she was before, the person I think she was actually closest to in the cast was Cynthia before they had their fallouts. Yeah. But I wanted to ask you a question though.
Yeah.
Did you watch the reunion? The last episode of the reunion?
Of the Housewives of Atlanta reunion.
Yeah. I know it wasn't really BuzzFeed because a lot of people weren't really watching it because of the news. Like a lot of things took over.
No. We definitely watched it here on the channel, and we actually recapped it. So for those that missed out on our recaps on all three, you can definitely check that out on the channel. What was your question in regards to the reunion?
So I noticed that Andy was favoring Porsha in that reunion a lot, like a whole lot. In fact, there was this section where, okay, like when they started going into the arguments, like, between Kandi and Porsha and Marlo, when they brought up like the situation that happened with the dungeon and, the lies and all that stuff. So I noticed that Kandi was trying to say something. A lot of times she was trying to get like her points out, and he kept cutting her off. And even Marlo was trying to say something at that time, and it was like he was trying to hear from Porsha. And then when Porsha says, trying to bring something from 4 years ago to now, I don't think it's cool. Like if you notice the reaction, once she says, I don't think it's cool, Andy kind of switched it immediately. Like there was this immediate switch to like he was trying to like turn everything around. And when I watched the reunion again from the beginning, I noticed that Andy was actually catering. It seemed to me like he was catering to Porsha during that reunion for whatever reason.
A few people called in when we were recapping and were saying similar things.
Yeah, so that's my thoughts.
Oh, perfect. We appreciate you calling in. This is your first time calling in. We appreciate it. Please be sure to call in, okay?
And I'll subscribe today. I'm just coming on the channel for the first time. And I know you're Taurus because I've seen you on a different channel. Here, but I didn't know you had your own channel.
Yes.
So that's good. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you so much. CW.
Hello.
Yes.
Finally unmuted. Hey.
CW, what are your thoughts on any of the hot topics that we've talked about so far tonight?
First of all, we have Shantae, you stay because we have to get Sheree back on the show. Okay, yeah. She gave us Who Gonna Check Me Boo. She gave us Spring Summer. She's giving us via way of Dwight a fashion show with no fashions. I mean, she's giving. We can't give up on Sheree. We just can't. Now,
I love that you came with examples.
Yes, we cannot give up on Sheree. And then I'm happy for Nene. I hope her lounge is way better than, no shade, but Trina Braxton's lounge, which was in Duluth, because that was like a lounge and you couldn't even have, you had to stand. You couldn't even sit.
How was it a lounge and you can't sit?
It was like a tapas bar.
I didn't even know she had a
It was way back. It was a couple years ago when they had their show, but that's the sidebar. But another sidebar.
Is it closed?
I think so. But another sidebar related to the Housewives of Atlanta, they are rebooting the game. Will you do that?
Yes.
Reprise her role?
Wait, who? Drew? Oh God.
Like, is Jamal
You're
coming?
lucky this is over the internet, because if I had something to throw.
Is she coming?
Okay, wait. For those that didn't hear what you just said, so they're reprising the game again, Lord, on Paramount Plus, and you just asked if Drew Sidora is going to reprise her role. I don't even remember her on the game.
It was cute. It was cute for a moment.
A lot of people said that, but
you know, another thing, what I wanted to bring up last night, I did put it in as I think a super chat or super sticker. I really don't. I believe Nene when she says they were not friends, Fallon and Porsha, because if you notice, they really did not interact. And I think Fallon knew, and Fallon was not invited to the niece's party at Shamia's house.
Oh.
Was she not invited, or did she not come on purpose?
I don't want to read too much into that, just because I feel like Fallon wasn't a contractually obligated friend of. If she was, I think she would have been there.
Oh, that's her way her contract was set up, probably.
She didn't have a contract.
Oh,
that's what we're hearing. Like, allegedly, she didn't have a contract, and that's part of the reason why we didn't see her at the reunion.
Oh, that's probably why she wasn't inside of the house. She said, "We have a villa next door."
Oh,
remember her son was staying in the villa. Oh, interesting. Well, we shall see. But yeah, I really want Sheree back. I'm happy for Nene. I hope she, continues to get everything. We used to see Nene driving around in her fancy car because my family lives in Duluth, and we used to.
Or they fancy.
Oh yeah, they've been living in that county for a while. Like, another thing is, I believe also, I'm sorry that I hope LaToya gets back on the show. She was not my favorite. She grew on me like Sutton did in Beverly Hills, because the husband is not. That's not the game they play, these husbands, because the exes. For instance, when it first came on, remember, what was her name? She was, oh my goodness, she was like original cast of the Housewives of Atlanta, and she had the kids she was married to the football player. They since been divorced.
Yes, Lisa Wu.
Right, her ex is Keith Sweat.
Yeah,
and she also could not involve the children. They play dirty. They really play dirty with these housewives, and it's not fair. So I hope.
In all fairness, I'm not sure I believe this with Adam Ali. I could see why some husbands would be like, I don't want my kids on this show because I don't know what this could mean for the show. Because they, especially like a Keith Sweat, you never really see Keith Sweat's children in his projects. So maybe he likes that sort of anonymity for his children.
That's a valid point.
I don't believe that for Adam, because like we said before, Adam pretty much is managing his daughter and trying to promote her on YouTube. So.
Oh, I never watched her show on YouTube.
Me either. Look, y'all let me know. I can't keep up with all these people.
But I hope. Honestly, I hope they all come back, and I hope they bring Sheree back too. Like, bring all of them back.
Bring all of them back. Dawn Smart just said, I low-key like Deshaun Snow. I kind of did.
Oh, he's going way back. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's first season. That's first season.
I did. You know what? To St. Jay's point, she was actually wealthy. She brought the lifestyle we thought we were going to see. Now it's getting low. The bar is low. I don't know who did it. I don't know. They need to call Carlos King down on at the OWN. But
I need to call Carlos King, come on the show, and have him explain to me why he's no longer part of the franchise. But he really did bring some of our best seasons, and I've interviewed him before.
Yeah, he needs to, and then he also is friendly with Kenya. That's how I think he set her up to be vilified. And now that I think she probably wants to change that, now that she's a mother, Bravo and Truly Original are probably like, well, this is what you bring, this is what you give. And if you wanted to not, and I love Kenya, but if you wanted to show your other side, how come you snuck off and got married and then you didn't let us film and you didn't let us film your pregnancy? What's tea? So it's like she's kind of caught now. She's stuck being the villain.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what the new season will bring, because I think the new villain, if Porsha comes back, might be her.
That's too personal. Kenya plays a role on TV. She's booked and busy. She's on 2 other shows. She has one on, like 2 on Netflix or something. She knows what she's doing. I think she just let it go too far. She's used to it now. But I mean, I didn't like what Porsha did, but for the season to be just a dog attack on her, I don't know. But it could be her karma. She did say Peter was paying his employees in penis. So she did say Todd was in New York under a fake name in hotels cheating on Candy. So, there you go. Interesting.
CW.
Look, I'm going to sign off with a Nene bloop, bloop, bloop. I'll let you bring someone in. Thank you.
Thank you, CW. You're a mess. All right, I want to take a couple more callers. Callers, please keep it brief, because I want to get back to talking about this edited out scene. We got 400 people in the chat. Like this video if you haven't liked it already. And if you're not subscribed, why not? You're getting daily, consistent hot topics, even some hot topics in under a minute. If you want someone to get to the tea that you're looking for, welcome to the Kempire. Okay. All right, let me just take a couple of callers. Kenya's cousin. What's going on, Kenya's cousin? Hey. I can't hear you. Oh, there we go. Kenya's cousin. What did sound off on what you wanted to talk about?
I just think he's doing it for clout.
Who?
Simon want to be famous.
Oh, Simon?
Simon. Yes, I think.
Why do you think that?
He wants to be able to go somewhere to know him.
Okay. All right. What do you think about the edited out scene of Kenya?
I just feel like they should have edited the whole scene out. They should have edited the whole scene out. The show, the whole episode, just like they did for Porsha.
Kenya's cousin, there's a delay, so I'm just gonna pull you out. Call back in, okay? All right, let me get Pretty up here. Pretty's in the building. Pretty.
Hi, happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday.
Yes, I'm gonna tell you this because I've been hearing this. I've been hearing they was not friends. Let's check on that, number one. No, you was not friends with her. We cool with that. I can understand it. But you was inside this girl's house, okay? Let's say that, okay? You was swimming with this girl, okay? That's all of that. Number two.
Mind you, Pretty is a Porsha fan. Go ahead, Pretty.
And number two, your child's father is friends with Simon. They pass you around like you a bag of tater chips.
Oh,
that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not a good look for you on the show, you young girls out here. Okay, I was with you with the Black Lives Matter. I was cool. I said, okay, you want to go out there? I support you. I support you, what you was doing. I'm not going to support you on this. This ain't nothing, but now you calm me. But baby, I'm not going to watch that. If they do give her a deal for a 3 commercial deal.
wait, Pretty.
I'm not going to watch that. I'm not going to watch that mess.
I have to ask you a question, Pretty, though, because like I said, you were a Porsha fan. And even yesterday, you were calling Porsha out. But today you seem really mad at Porsha. Is there
because it seems like this is like a big storyline. And I think that's what it is. And then you keep saying y'all not friends, but you was up in that girl's house when she was married to this man. And then you keep saying we were not friends. That's cool, y'all wasn't friends. But you was with Dennis, his her husband friend, Simon's friend, and they pass you around. I don't understand that. And I believe, like I said, this is a ploy for TV because Dennis not look like the type to me. He like to share his women. He don't look like that type. You know what I'm saying? And I believe all this is for TV. Yes, and I love me some Sheree. Sheree. I love me. I love me her. I love her for the first season, baby doll. I just don't. I like when her. I like when her and Nene get together. I don't like when her and Nene beefing. See, I like her and Kim. I like her and Kim and Nene be together, baby. They make an awesome squad. You know what I'm saying? But not and people been saying Jessica can't get her clout. I believe Jessica is her because Jessica's like, hold up, you just with me, and I'm gonna tell you something else. We don't not know how we know. Shoot, he probably was still talking to Jessica at the last minute before this stuff came out. And that's why she couldn't get a point. That's why she out there trying to get a thing across them out. He was just talking to me. So how can he be engaged with her? And he was talking to me, and he was giving me bags and driving me around in the car. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they were sneaking around. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people all the time, you got to watch out who these men are out here. Because it set a bad example for young girls out there. It does. Like you setting yourself short. It make our girls seem like they got to do this to get famous or something. Nah, I don't want to do all that. It's too much. Do like Beyonce did. She still got her money. She still got her fame. She still got her money. But she married a billionaire too, okay? And she ain't got to work that hard. Okay.
Pretty
I love you. I love now, baby. I'm missing my show because I read the comments. Mama June was acting tonight, and I can't wait. I'm glad this season Atlanta's over with because I can see my Persian crew Shah for Sunset coming on. I love them. I love them.
I'm gonna get into Shahs and Sunset and get into the tea of Shahs and Sunset. So stay tuned for that.
Okay, love you, Valley. Love you, Muriel. Love you, St. J. Love all y'all. But I got to go. I'm missing.
Oh my gosh! Wait a second. Hold on. Let me bring some people up. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. I want to talk about this edited scene. But before we get into that, I missed the super chat and I apologize. Thank you so much to everyone that's been sending in super chats that have been supporting the channel in any way that you can. By watching the videos, you're supporting the channel. By liking the videos, even disliking the videos, you're kind of supporting the channel. And for people that have been following me on all of my other social media, again, if you want minute by minute hot topics, follow me on my TikTok or my IG or my Twitter. That way we're able to connect. And guess who's on Cameo now? Look, you guys said you wanted. I'm on Cameo. If you want me to say a special happy birthday or anniversary, or if you want exclusive tea, join me on Cameo, TheKempire on Cameo. All right. There's a link in the description of this video for all of that we're talking about. We've talked about the Real Housewives of Atlanta all week. This Porsha tea has been unfolding all week. Yesterday, we had record numbers here in the chat. If you missed that video, be sure to check that out as well. Shout out to Danielle. Danielle is in the building. Thank you for the super chat, Danielle. Appreciate you supporting the channel always. Okay, I'm going to start from Shantae on up. I want to talk about this edited scene. I'm not sure if you guys even saw it, but for those that are just joining us, Bravo edited out Kenya from that Halloween party where they received a lot of backlash. You know, Kenya apologized for the costume that she wore at Fallon's party. Bravo then also released their own apology. And we just noticed today that they edited her out. They edited her face, but they did not edit her voice. So when she's having that conversation with LaToya, all you see is them segue. Anytime Kenya's talking, you hear her voice, and then they're looking at the sky or looking at a gargoyle or some sort of Halloween figure in her yard. It was weird and it was awkward. It is what it is. Shantae, what were your thoughts on them doing that?
Oop, okay, I'm back. It's not the first time Bravo's done some weird editing like that and then made us think something that didn't happen. So just, I didn't understand the point of it. Just like because you remember, I think it was season 3 of Housewives of Potomac, and they did that weird edit with when everybody was talking about grab a booty gate with Michael, and the cameraman at Monique's house, who's saying, "Stop that," had us all thinking that it was Michael grabbing the cameraman's booty and it was something else.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Bravo tries it. They tried it.
Oh, what?
So this is probably Much Ado About Nothing too, since we've already had the back and forth about Kenya wearing the costume and this, that, and the other. It's I don't know. Bravo is just on some stuff.
The editing this season, we've talked about it multiple times here on the channel about, I mean, especially with the deleted scene with Porsha arguing with Candy and Kenya at Todd's birthday party, and then just leaving in what Kenya was saying later in the season, where we had no context on why Kenya would question Porsha's intentions with Black Lives Matter. I mean, that to me, that editing was probably the worst of any editing mistake they've made ever, because I just feel like, how do you set this woman up in that way without giving some sort of context? But this editing, I watched it. I literally said, my journalistic, integrity. I said, I have to watch this. Did they really change it? And I was like, okay, but where they did miss it? Look, this is why I'm glad I watched it. At the beginning of the episode where they do a little preview, it's still there. So I was like,
so sloppy.
Say it again.
They're just sloppy. Like I said, they tried it. And when they're trying it, they get so sloppy and they forget the little details.
I just didn't I was like, wait, they didn't edit it out, because I saw it at the beginning of the episode, but then when you get to the actual scene, it's edited out. It is what Data says. The reunion edits were poor too. 1 second Drew's husband was there, and then he went. I heard that too. Now I need to go rewatch that. All right, Lottie, what are your thoughts on them editing Kenya's horrific Native American costume?
I really do have a feeling that, I don't know, maybe because of COVID, did they hire interns? Out of film school or something, because it was bad. And it wasn't just like bad, like, okay, like the editing was bad on the reunion. Okay, they did this after edit, after the backlash of her costume, but it was consistent, terrible editing throughout episode 1 to the very end. So, and they've never had a situation like that before with their editing. So that's why I'm just like, maybe because of COVID, they have interns,
Miriam said Sonia's interns.
Yeah, really. Unpaid interns. They are just at Bravo for the experience. So with her being like edited out and everything like that, well, they got backlash a lot with Luann. So they never went back to re-edit all of that, scene and things
Good
like
point.
that.
That scene is still there.
I'm just like, if there's ever a repeat or you watch it on demand, you still see Luann. So they did not change that. So now you're changing Kenya's, you got the same kind of backlash with Luann that you did with Kenya. And Luann's was actually even worse,
allegedly blackface.
That backlash was even worse than what Kenya's backlash was. So I just think it's kind of like weird that they like did this now, because if you're going to do that, then you're going to have to go back to other seasons that you got a lot of backlash for. Yeah. And I don't ever remember Bravo apologizing for the Luann situation.
I can't recall them apologizing.
Yeah, I can't recall that. Like, I mean, it was a lot of backlash. A lot of people were upset. Luann made a statement apologizing. Like, she's like, I didn't mean to offend anyone, with the tan product that she used or whatever. But I don't remember Bravo making any type of statement, and they definitely didn't go back to edit it. So for them to edit Kenya's, it was quite interesting.
Sidebar, I think she had that same tanner on the Wendy Williams show, because she had a very nice bronze star. I mean, she looks incredible for her age, 56.
She does look incredible.
So, but I honestly don't think Luann was going for well, maybe she was, because I don't, if this was a Halloween party that they're dressing up for, why are you putting tanner on? And, well, I guess maybe, look, Lonnie, can you answer this for me? Do women put on tanner in the wintertime?
I do. I mean, and
okay,
it could have been like maybe she put too much on, because I've had a situation where I use the tanning towel wipes, on my face and on my arms and my legs or whatnot. And I also used a bronzer lotion which made me a little bit too dark. So it could have been that situation, so maybe she did double duty on the tanner and the bronzer, type of situation. So maybe that was the problem or whatnot, because that does happen. And I mean, Jersey is that middle child, you know, between Philadelphia and New York City. And I mean, you see a lot of girls. I mean, remember Jersey Licious? I mean, many of them had darker skin than most African Americans. So, I mean, they really go in dark, you know. So I just think that the editing, I get why they did it with Kenya. I guess it's even more sensitive times, you know, now. So, but I think if they're going to do that, they need to be very consistent. If there's something inappropriate that they feel like there's going to be some backlash, you need to do it across the board, not just with like the Atlanta Housewives or Potomac. You got to do it with Dallas and OC and Beverly Hills, those girls too.
Agreed. Sinji, I just want to recognize the super chat. Sinji, thank you so much. Rewatching the Halloween scenes was like watching Casper the Friendly Housewife. Because it was like they're talking, she's talking, and they're in the sky. Then they're looking at a gargoyle. Then they're looking here. Then they're looking at an empty chair. I'm like, what? But I guess they felt like that scene was critical to the episode, so they felt the need to put it there. Thank you, Calypso, for supporting the channel. We appreciate the super chats. Oh, goodness. Miriam, what are your thoughts on Miriam, do me a favor, before you speak, do you have headphones in?
Yes.
Try talking without the headphones, because I want to see because sometimes it sounds a little clicky. I want to see if it's better without.
Better? Wait.
Yes, so much better.
Oh, gosh.
I think that your hair care is affecting the mic.
Oh, sorry. Not sorry. I think Bravo is $1 short and a day late in the editing. And we all know that they don't have one set of rules for all franchises and all women. We see difference in the way they tackle things depending on which franchise it is. And let's face it, they needed that. They needed Kenya to be racially insensitive as a juxtaposition against Porsha Luther King.
Here you go with Porsha Luther King.
Come on, they named her. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I'm trying to throw in shade as much as I can. Anyhow.
We know. We appreciate it.
So this is the thing. I feel like, yeah, that scene was critical. They could have done a better job. I don't think it's just like just because of COVID. They have talent. And these things are done not in person. It's a montage in a room where everybody is safe. So they could have hired the top of the line to do it. Yeah. It's just like they feel, okay, it's done, it's gone. And they figured like now it's, yes, true. It's more sensitive times. But they knew that then, and they still the way they edited Kenya on the show, the first try when we watched, it was like she is racially insensitive, and still she's attacking Porsha's like being true in her activism. So those go along. Because they let Kenya appear with that costume, but they took her out when she was with Don Juan and Candy. Why did they take that out? Because again, do I have to remind you all that she was getting threats of being sued? Oh, this is when the things got real, and people forget that. At first, it was really, she never had a question if Porsha was there. We all know Porsha was there. The question was the third person, and Tanya put herself at the scene of the crime. But yeah, so now they're trying to, it's damage control, to be honest. And I think they are reassessing everything, all their plans. Because their plans, at least they're getting a lot of backlash. I think everything was orchestrated. They knew about Porsha and Simon, and some of the castmates knew as well. I think it's look, Sheree is with Simon in Atlanta, in Africa. You think Sheree doesn't know? Sheree, Of course she knows.
She's a legendary bone carrier.
She's the bone carrier. She's the bone carrier, and she needs to come and relieve Candy from that. You know?
Miriam, give 1 second, because I completely forgot to bring up one of the callers that wanted to share their thoughts. Sinham, I'm going to bring you up. Sinham? Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yes. That's an
Sinham?
Arab.
Oh, it's Eid, right?
Yes.
Happy. What's the proper greeting for that?
Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak. Oh.
Eid. Wait. Eid.
Eid
Mubarak.
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 Like Barak.
Oh, Mubarak.
Mubarak. Yeah.
Eid Mubarak.
Yes.
Oh, Suki, I love it.
Yes. Okay.
Shout out to
Here. I love Barack Obama.
You know, I can't. Sinham, Sinham, are you there? Hold on, let me bring you back up. Sinham? Okay, I wanted to make sure I got everyone that was in the backstage that wanted to talk. But we'll check back with Sinham in a second. Shout out to the chat. I see you guys are in here. Be sure to like this video. We have 404 people in the chat. I appreciate everyone that's watching and supporting, even if you're hate watching. There are people that hate watch. And that's okay, because you're still supporting the channel. We appreciate it. For information on my social media, information on the podcast, a new podcast episode is available today. It's called Mrs. Thoughtlandia. Perfect, right? Because it's all about Porsha.
Oh my God. Oh, thank you. I'm emotional.
St. J, what are your thoughts on Bravo editing out Kenya's scene? Do you think they should have kept it in there? Because it did happen. It was a mistake. She apologized. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so here's kind of like where I'm confused, because they showed her in it in order for it to be enough of a spectacle that she had to apologize and they had to apologize. So at that point of you already showing her in it, you might as well show her in the costume in the Halloween thing. Like, if we're gonna, because if she's already going to be having to apologize, we might as well go all the way with it.
Yeah, it felt weird. I don't know if you, St. J, if you saw the actual scene.
I just looked at your TikTok.
For those that haven't seen the scene and you don't want to have to go through the entire episode, head on over to TheKempire on TikTok. You can see the edited scene. But it was just weird. It was like a weird, you hear her voice, but then it's like, oh, this never happened. You're not going to see her costume. They're looking at the sky. They're looking at an empty chair. They're looking at Halloween decorations.
It's so, first of all, I'm in shock because the word on the street is that Fallon had no contract. She just signed an appearance release. And I'm like, girl, who throws a whole, I mean, that might be why the party was so skimp. Because she said, oh, I'm doing this for free.
Yeah, why pay? But it also says to me in regards to Fallon, it's like she's like, I don't need your money at the time.
I bet you she wouldn't do that no more.
No, she's not giving up anything for free at this point.
I think that, but I will say, I recall this episode with Luann in the Diana Ross costume.
Yes.
With the afro, and she swore that the tanner was just whatever. And then I recall at the reunion, Bethany going, no, Luann, you were in blackface.
Oh.
And Luann being like, no, I wasn't. I was dressed up as Diana Ross and I already had the tan. But they didn't make it, like, I felt like at the point in which everyone's apologizing, we're cutting people out, they didn't treat another instance just like that. I know we're like, I guess, a little more sensitive now, but I'm like, it's still wrong.
Yeah.
So I just think it's weird. I think the editing is weird. I'm really trying to figure out, so everyone that's worked for True is like, in previous seasons they all left. Like, what did they have a major overhaul there? Like, everybody got let go.
Know. We know Carlos King is no longer there, though.
Well, he said he quit, so
I'm going to get Carlos on here and put him in the hot seat. I'm going to just read this super chat. Thank you, Queen, for always supporting the channel. Honestly, Salmon is definitely looking for a means to be on TV. I guess you mean Simon, but okay, Salmon. We'll go with Salmon. Is definitely looking for a means to be on TV since he has friends in Africa who are also prominent. Also, give Miriam her flowers. She's the real Bravopedia. I don't care much for Nene. Damn.
Yeah, Simon has that Adrian Malouf syndrome. Like Adrian Malouf, season 1 of Beverly Hills, was obnoxiously rich, but she wanted to be famous.
Yeah.
Simon has, like, he's rich, but he's got it so he can walk through Target. No one knows who Simon is.
Yeah, because I would pass right by him.
I would too. So now he's like, oh, I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be in a scandal. I'm going to be Porsha's new man for however long it lasts. Everyone's going to know who I am. Bravo's cameras are going to follow me. It's interesting.
It's a situation. But, I want to round this out because these are some of the hot topics. I didn't expect to go live today, but there was just so many Real Housewives of Atlanta news that was out. I said, let's cover it because this Sunday, there is no new episode to recap of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm not sure if we're going to get a secret revealed. If we do, I will go live. And if you're subscribed, if you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when we have breaking news, when we go live because of last minute things happening. So if there is like a secrets reveal that happens on Sunday, we will go live to recap that. If not, maybe I'll go live to recap Married to Medicine, but you guys seem to be on the fence about that. But I'm sure there'll be a lot of news happening throughout the weekend. Before we do that, shout out to everyone that's watching. 300, almost 400 people are in the chat. Be sure to like this video if you haven't liked it already. For more information on some of the past videos that we've done on Atlanta, be sure to check out the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We recap, we give you daily hot topics in music and entertainment, and of course, some of your favorite reality TV stars. I'm going to just jump around and ask you guys to sound off, last minute sounding off on any of the hot topics that we spoke about tonight and anything that you want to clarify on anything about. I'm going to talk to Shantae first.
So I think, like I said, right now with everything just all quiet since, we've had the reunion, like you were saying, secrets revealed. I don't know if they would do that. It might make up for the boring season we had. Maybe, possibly. But like I said, I don't know what more they could possibly reveal. So I don't know if they're going to do that this time. But if they do, I will definitely watch that whole episode. So we'll see.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Shantae. Miriam, you're muted.
I'm a good girl. I'm hoping like Candy brings Nene to speak on it. I really liked Nene's take. She was really impartial and she was subjective, which is like so weird to me.
Let me ask you a question. Don't you think, and I've heard Candy say this before, she has offered Nene to come on, speak on it. So it would really be Nene reaching out to Candy, and I just don't see that.
Honestly, I think now Nene knows that she needs sometimes to reach out. It's not all coming to her anymore like it used to. Today, I really feel like the humble pie diet is working.
Oh,
she had some humble pie diet, so I was on the fence. Now we know, or humble pie diet. She is really like, she was funny. She was just speaking the truth, and I liked it. She honestly, she didn't throw Porsha under the bus by saying, I'm not gonna drop her, but now, like, if she comes to my house, it's not like, I know everybody started coming after Greg. Greg now, he's more seasoned, but back in the day, Greg, he was cute to look at. And Porsha, it would be game for Porsha, because if Greg had the coins, he would be up for it, I think. I don't know.
Oh,
because she fell in love, and at the end, the love is spelled with a $, not with an E.
Oh.
So yeah, Nene, she spoke the truth, to be honest. It's just because, like, I'm Captain Team Troll. Whatever I say, people think I'm gunning after her. Honestly, like, I don't think she fell in love, the love that is romantic love. Yeah, she fell in love with the lifestyle. I believe that. And, I just wish she was like, she owned it. Just own it, girl. Just own it. Since you owe no one is paying your bills other than your man, maybe, you know, just own it. Say, yeah, I liked him and they were having problems. So what? But she was giving us that timeline that, insults our intelligence. It wasn't 1 month, honey. It wasn't 1 month. No. More a year, I would.
Miriam, should we go live on Sunday to talk about Married to Medicine? Some people are saying that we should. Chat, let me know if we go live.
Yeah, we should. You know why? Because thank God there is no Bravo chat room.
Oh God! Oh God! Let me read this. Let me just remind it to everyone. Thank you, Courtney, so much for the super chat. Enjoy the Thoughtlandia podcast episode. If you don't know what Courtney is talking about, that's our podcast where I'm able to talk a little bit more greasy about some of your favorite housewives, hot topics.
Talking greasy. You're so polite.
Well, I'm able to be a little bit more unedited. I'll say that. That's probably a better way of saying it. Because, guidelines. Thank you, Miriam. Have a good night. All right. Florence.
Hi.
Last minute thoughts, because someone in the chat said I think it was Leslie who said if Simon marries Porsha, he's going to be treated like royalty back in Africa. Is that true?
Who's going to be treated like royalty, Simon or Porsha?
Simon.
No.
No.
No, absolutely no. Because he was married 3 times, and if they're gonna get married, if he's going to marry Porsha, it will be his 4th marriage. So no, I just feel like if Porsha is truly pregnant, maybe that's Simon culture not to have children outside of wedlock, and Sanjay is right. He's looking for fame. He has the money. He doesn't have the fame. He wants wherever he goes, they say, oh, there goes Simon. He's not the only one. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He's not the only one. They have this other billionaire called Ned Wonko who did the same thing. He has actually 6 wives. Yes. Yes, he married the 6th wife.
And I want people to know, I'm not just asking Florence this just because she has the background. It's because she really comes with the tea from Africa.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, yes, Ned Wonko is a billionaire who married an African actress she was beautiful, famous, but Ned wasn't famous. So because of her, he becomes famous. But this is one thing. Once you married him, you can never marry another man. And if you do, you will die. That's that's the tradition of
allegedly. We're going to put allegedly out there.
No, it's not. No, that's it.
No, legal reasons, Florence. We got to say allegedly.
All right, we can do that, but allegedly, yes, that's it. Because when you get married, they give you certain things like an oath. Okay, yes, this and this, and you stay there. But because of Simon is in this part of this world, western part, so he doesn't have that. So what he does, he marries them, drop them, marries them, and drop them because Atlanta, I don't think you're allowed to marry more than one woman.
Yeah.
So that's and then
I think all the United States you're not allowed.
Yes, no. That's why he just picked them up and dropped them. How did Fallon got Simon? How did the second wife got Simon? You see that? So to me, I just feel like, okay, this is what he does. It's not a strange thing to me. And secondly, yesterday when they were talking about girl code, I want people to stop using that when it comes to marriage, because at the end of the day, marriage is between 2 people. It says, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. So I don't care whether Porsha and Fallon was friends, whether they've never met. I don't think it's right or appropriate for any single woman to go after somebody else's husband, especially when that person is legally married. Not to talk of someone you've met before, you've dined in their house before, you went behind her back and sleep with her husband. I'm pretty sure Porsha gave up the cookie, and she must have performed a lot of things for Simon for him to go that cuckoo, to be wanting to marry him all of a sudden.
Oh.
Yeah, let's stop using that term girls code when it comes to marriage. Marriage is very sacred to me because I am married. So you see, it's not appropriate for any woman to come out of nowhere, breaking my home, sleeping with my husband. It's not right. It's just not. It's not a good moral, especially Porsha, who lots of the young people look up to her because lots of Porsha fans, supporters are young people. Are you telling them, oh, it's okay to wreck somebody's home just because they have money? No, it's not right. It's not. It's
Florence,
not. So that's my
this is why we love when you call in, because you share, you throw it down every time. Thank you, Florence, for calling in.
Thank you.
All right, before we get into the last minute thoughts with Lonnie and St. J, I just want to appreciate this. Thank you, CW. CW, thank you for calling in, and thank you for the super chat. CW says this: did Porsha call Nicole Murphy for tips? She also claimed she wasn't friends with Lela Rashawn's husband. Oh my God. Nicole Murphy, for those who aren't familiar, is the ex-wife of Eddie Murphy. You may remember that whole scandal situation where she was photographed kissing Lela Rashawn's current husband, still married. That's people sort of forgotten about that, but we haven't. Lonnie, do you remember that story?
I remember it on Wendy Williams. I remember the pictures and stuff like that when it was like aired on Wendy Williams. Yeah.
What are your
I remember too, the girl from Players Club, Diamond. She actually spoke to TMZ about that situation because she's friends with Layla. I remember seeing that too.
Oh, are you talking about? Oh my God, I can't think of her name right now. Oh my God.
I know her as Diamond.
Diamond I can't think of her name. This is so bad. It's really on the tip of my tongue.
I just remember her from the Players Club, but her.
And it's literally, I'm seeing her face, and I can't think of her name. That's terrible. And I know her name. But anyways, Lonnie, last minute thoughts.
Well, first, I would love to recap on Married to Medicine, and I cannot wait until Shaw starts because I am in all kinds of love with Mike. And he's like my major crush.
Really?
Yes. When I used to be on Instagram, he used to look at my stories and stuff a lot. Yeah. On Instagram.
I gotta catch up on Shaw's because so many of you say that you love Shaw's, and I want to be able to recap it, but I have to backtrack and really watch the show. And I'm also going to be watching Family Karma because there's only one season of that. Matter of fact, when I sign up for here, I think I'm going to go chill out and watch some Family Karma.
Yeah, I have not seen that, but just to kind of recap on everything. I mean, Porsha has had one hell of a week being on multiple YouTubes and blogs and everything like that. So Homegirl has definitely got her PR week. And I've said this before when it comes to Simon, the number one thing that, if you're wealthy, it's great to be wealthy, but the number one thing that they would rather have over wealth is fame. So he's definitely looking like for fame, and maybe he wants the fame for when he goes back to Africa. I don't know, maybe to have even a bigger ego. But, Porsha is a grown woman, and I know a lot of people, say, well, why is everyone bashing Porsha? It takes two people at the end of the day. She didn't do this all on her own. So she wants to live that life. God bless her. That's her. She's a grown woman. She has to make her own decisions. And if things don't work out for her, it just doesn't work out. Move on to the next one. Quite frankly, if I was that kind of a girl, I'm not trying to date somebody with $40 million. Like Bill Gates is, or not Bill Gates, the Microsoft guy. Like
Bill Gates.
I'm just like, I would be wanting to try to be like putting myself in those type of circles and networking and be with that. Yeah, like I would be with that. Like if you're really going to go for it, really aim high, so, or get you someone that's a billionaire, Saudi, like Rihanna was dating, if you really about that life, set your.
Or Janet, she married and had a baby.
Exactly. Set higher standards for yourself, Porsha. Set higher standards and reach for the real goal. So, I mean, she can do what she wants to do, you know, but at the end of the day, it takes two. But it is kind of shady because at the same time, it's like you came into this woman's home and maybe Fallon knew about it. Maybe she didn't know about it. But at the same time, like if she was a woman who did not know about it, and this was not a month thing, she's been with Simon, maybe. And like I said, that's probably why he was out at the pool watching them, because he was doing the deed with, you know, Porsha. Maybe, like I said, Fallon may or may have not known. But if she didn't know, she's probably, I'm sure, very pissed. Like, you came into my home. I'm doing all this filming and stuff like this for free with no contract. You're in my house eating bread, smiling in my face while you're sleeping with my husband behind my back. It's very shady. It's shady and disgusting on both parts, not just Porsha. But like I said, she is about that life so she can have her own version of Players Club herself.
Oh, damn, Lonnie, you being so shady.
So
let her new profile picture.
Let her live that life, and you know, whatever happens. Nene, I have to say, she looked great. I mean, she looked like she is unbothered. Maybe she doesn't have the stress of the show or anything like that, you know. But I really do think that a part of me feels like Nene secretly watches the Real Housewives every Sunday underneath the covers in her bedroom. And so she knows what's going on. She reads blogs and stuff like that, I'm sure. And I'm pretty sure she knew about it, about the situation, and has read about it when she put that tweet. But I mean, none of these women are friends. They're not friends at all. They are colleagues that slightly get along.
Not slightly.
They slightly get along. But for me, like for a lot of people, I would love to see Sheree back on the show. I think that her storyline with her new boo, like you said, would be great. I'm interested to know if it's going to be spring, summer, winter, that her clothes are going to be coming out. And I really would love to see Phaedra back on the show.
Oh.
This whole season was complete trash to me. Like if I had to rate it from a 1 to 10, it was a 4. So I think that they really need to sit down and figure out how are they going to revive Real Housewives of Atlanta, because it was really, now Potomac is, but Atlanta was always definitely the token one with the viewership and the followers with that show. So they really need to shake it up and really figure out their strategy on how they can make a good show, and the people that they need to either remove or bring back to really kind of catapult this franchise, because I'm sure that they heard in the streets like it's not good, and maybe we can blame it on the interns, you know, but that's kind of my recap.
Well, thank you, Lonnie. We appreciate you calling in as always and sharing your unfiltered opinion.
Thanks, Kempire. Have a good night, hon.
You too. CJ, hold on 1 second. Grandma Scary, thank you so much for the super chat. Porsha should not have announced an engagement so soon. And won't she be Simon's 5th wife? No, she will be his 4th wife. That we know of. Also, I wanted to point out another comment. I love this. Data's hilarious. Data says, we have to know they're not friends. They say it every season's first episode. I haven't seen you since last season. Can you imagine if they said that? Oh my God. All right.
I mean,
go ahead.
It's across every franchise. They'll be like, I haven't seen you since the summer, aka when filming wrapped. I haven't seen you since this time. Like it's a nice subtle way of saying, yeah, girl, because we don't hang out when this isn't going on. But okay, really quick, I want Sheree back. Don't want Phaedra back. Miss Lonnie looks really, really, really good in her new picture. I love it. Simon, if this is what Porsha really wants for herself, I want it to work for her. I want her to grow as old as she can with Simon, if that's really what she wants. I just really want the story to be put in the grave and we don't have to hear about it again. But I'm assuming based off what Andy was teasing, that's not going to be what we get.
No.
So there's that. I think that the Kenya scene was weird to be edited. I want LaToya back on the show because I think that there are people who are more deserving to go before she goes, even though she just got there. Yeah, we want the Married to Medicine live review.
Oh, okay. All right. I just have to check with everybody. All right. We'll have to make that happen. CJ, thank you so much for calling in and sharing your unfiltered thoughts as always, and of course giving us some tea as well.
Oh, last but not least, I will be in Atlanta for Memorial Day weekend. I plan to go to the Lenithia. Like 100%. I've been texting my friends the whole live, like, hey, yeah, I want to go to the Lenithia. Like, you want to come with me? Like, is this the thing? Are we going?
Well, I would suggest people book up because I honestly believe that in Atlanta, I think Nene is a big household name, so people will. It's a big weekend, so you better make some reservations.
Have you ever seen her boutique? And how? Never. Okay.
No.
Exactly.
What?
It's usually a ghost town. Well, my understanding is that, but that might be honestly, I could see people saying, "Oh, I would want to go party with Nene," not I want to go dress like Nene.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't feel like a boutique is going to really gather a lot of people like that, but I do think a lounge would.
Absolutely. So I will be there, and I will let you guys know about. Hopefully she's there. I feel like she'll be there for the grand opening, so hopefully I get to.
Without it, if she's not there for the grand opening, she's a bad business person.
And that's all I got. See you guys Sunday for Married to Medicine. Woo!
Thanks, AJ. Everyone, we got 300 and something people in the room. Like this video if you haven't liked it already. If you're not subscribed, why not? Also, more ways on how you can find out about our podcast are available in the description of this video. If you have thoughts on any of the hot topics that we spoke about tonight, be sure to let me know in the comment section. Also, if there are certain shows you want us to talk about and get some gossip on, let us know. Let us know if you want that Married to Medicine live. Look, I know there's a couple of people that said it, but based on the recaps and lives we've done with Married to Medicine before, I need a larger majority. And I wanted to know if you want us to start recapping some other shows. Be sure to let me know in the comments as well. A new episode of my podcast, Kempire Radio, is now available, covering some of your favorite hot topics, including Mrs. Thoughtlandia. That's the name of the episode. Porsha, Martin Luther King Williams. My last minute thoughts on these hot topics. I need Sheree to come back with the bone collector information that we need from this East Africa trip. I need to know more about what Simon was saying during that trip. So Sheree, hold on to that and then bring it to next season. And bravo, pay Sheree what she wants, period. Nene Leakes, I enjoyed the interview. Again, we're going to promote it. Lenithia Lounge is having a soft opening, but the grand opening is Memorial Day weekend. I like what she said about Porsha. She still defended Porsha, but at the same threw Porsha under the bus, saying, you can't be around my husband. Okay. And watching that Bravo edit, they edited Kenya's indigenous Native American costume out of that episode. If you don't want to watch the entire episode and you just want to see it, head on over to my TikTok at TheKempire, and you can watch it there. Shout out to my mods. If you would like to be a moderator of the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, let me know in the comment section now, and I will try and set that up. Especially if you're here all the time, why not moderate? We need that sometimes. We're growing and we need moderators. We appreciate you guys so much. Shout out to our panel that called in and to all our callers that called in and shared their unfiltered thoughts. Love having these conversations with you. Here's the channel. We're not a team. We're not team Twirl. We're not team Porsha. We're team us, where you're able to share your opinions on any of the topics that we're talking about here live during the Kempire Live. Thank you guys so much for supporting. If you missed any of the hot topics that we talked about this week, be sure to check out the channel. We talked all about this Porsche situation, but we also recapped some of your favorite shows, including the Real Housewives of Dallas, New Jersey, and some other hot topics that were in the news. And again, if you want under a minute hot topics, be sure to follow me here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel or my TikTok at TheKempire. And that's all of my social media. Thank you guys to everyone in the chat for sharing all of your opinions. I love hearing them. and have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy it. I know it's going to be a beautiful weekend here in New York, so I'm going to try and rest. So I'm going to go watch some Family Karma. And look, that's more homework, really. It's not really resting, but more homework. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful night. And I will see you very, very soon.